What's going on, guys? Parker here, and I am back with another video. And today I got my top 4 NBA player props for the day. And before we get in this video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a big thumbs up, as well as leaving a comment on this video down below, because all those things really help the channel out a ton and really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. So I really would appreciate it, guys. And yeah, we got a big NBA slate today, 2 games, not just one like yesterday. And yesterday should have been a 2-0 sweep. The Tyrese Halliburton over points assists cashed in the first half. And then Jalen Brunson points would have cashed 100% if he didn't get hurt. Played only 8 minutes in the first half. Played only 32 minutes when he's been playing about 45 minutes, and he ended with 29. Would have needed 8 more points. You give Jalen Brunson 14 more minutes, I think he's getting 8 more points. Let's be real here. And yeah, should have hit, but it is what it is. Jalen Brunson did get hurt. That's why it's gambling. But we have 4 props for today, not just 2. And 4 props I'm really pretty decently confident in today. So without further ado, before we get in these plays, I want to mention real quick Sleeper Fantasy. Because Sleeper Fantasy is running a free Jayson Tatum square tonight for new users. You can get access to this free square as well as an 100% match on your first deposit up to $500 when you use code FF23. That's code FF23. And Sleeper is legitimately the best of all the DFS apps out there. Nobody's going to give you more free squares than Sleeper. Nobody's going to give you more discounted props than Sleeper. Sleeper has the best value on the board every single day, most discounts, most free props, and overall it's just a great app. So make sure to sign up for Sleeper today and use code FF23 with the top link down below in the description. But without further ado, let's get right into today's plays. First off, I got Darius Garland over 20.5 points plus assists versus the Celtics. This line is at -115 on DraftKings. Garland is over this line in 9 of his last 11 games versus the Celtics. He finished with 19 in game 1. However, he was very aggressive throughout the game with 15 shot attempts. I said attempts, which was great to see. One struggle of the Celtics defense is how they defend point guards. This is a great matchup for Garland. The one thing the Celtics aren't great at is guarding point guards. And Donovan Mitchell went off in game 1. I expect them to be more blitzes, more doubles on Donovan Mitchell. And what's that going to do? That's just going to lead to open looks for Darius Garland, open lanes for him to attack and kick for assists. And overall, I just think the ball is going to be in Garland's hands a lot tonight. I think this will be a Darius Garland game. So Darius Garland over 20.5 points plus assists versus the Celtics is my first play of the day. Next up, I got Jayson Tatum over 36.5 points plus rebounds versus the Cavaliers. This line is at -114 on Bet Rivers. He's over this line in 5 of his last 7 matchups versus the Cavs. 11 rebounds in game 1, has been rebounding like crazy versus the Cavs. He was extremely aggressive in game 1, just shot the ball bad. Expect him to be much better tonight. Overall, I think Tatum's going to have a much better performance tonight. I think he's going to shoot the ball much better. I think he's going to be much more efficient. And yeah, Jayson Tatum's been rebounding like a maniac versus the Cavs. I expect that to continue. And then on the scoring front, like I said, I expect him to score the ball much better tonight, be much more efficient. He really struggled, 7 of 19 shooting in game 1. But like I said, he was aggressive, which we like to see. Next up, I got Luka Donic over 30.5 points versus the Thunder, -115 on Bet365. So Luka is over this line in 5 of his last 6 games versus the Thunder. Luka averaged 34 points per game versus the Thunder this season. Luka hardly ever has 2 bad playoff games in a row. Yes, Luka has been struggling with the knee injury. However, I think he's just too skilled, and the day off will help him perform much better. I think a day of rest, a day to let his knee heal up a little bit is going to do wonders for Luka. I think he's going to be much more better tonight. I think he's going to be much more explosive tonight. I think he's going to trust that knee a lot more tonight. And if the knee is like 80%, if we can get 80% knee, he's covering this line with ease. Lucas gets 31 points in his sleep. I think he's going to do it once again tonight. I don't think he's going to have 2 really bad games in a row. I think this is definitely a Luka Doncic masterclass tonight. So Luka Doncic over 30.5 points versus the Thunder, -115 on Bet365 is my third play of the day. Lastly, for my fourth and final play, I got Jaylen Williams. Over 30.5 PRA versus the Mavs, minus 112 line on DraftKings. He barely went under in game one, and that was with Williams having an absolutely terrible first half. He had just 2 points in the first half. I think he just had 6 points entering the fourth quarter. He'll be off to a much better start tonight. That's not going to happen 2 games in a row. Ideal matchup for Williams as he went over this line in both games. He played 30-plus minutes versus the Mavs in the regular season. He almost still went over the last game. I think he had 28 PRA, and that was with that horrible, horrible first half. And then the Mavs struggle versus forwards. I expect Williams to exploit this matchup to perform well. I think there's a much more concerted effort to stop SGA and Chet, and I think they're going to try and make Jaylen Williams beat him, and he's very capable of beating them. But that's good for us because I think the ball's just going to be in Williams' hands a lot more tonight. So Jaylen Williams, over 30.5 PRA versus the Mavericks, minus 112 on DraftKings is my fourth and final play. So those were my top 4 NBA player props for the day. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video and you do want to see more content from me, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below, give this video a big thumbs up, and leave a comment on this video down below because it really does support me a lot and really does push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. But that's really all I got for today's video. I hope you all did enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one.